Okay, now for the good part. This can be very easy or it can be complicated. I will try and do the easy version.
Let's do easy, please.
Now you already have your piece of folder that is already folded. You're receiving it like this. And what we need to do is get your little rulers out, get a pencil, and from the center fold, the natural center fold that's there, we are going to measure 3.5. So you measure your 3.5 and mark it here. On the clean one, I'm going to be marking it here. Do the same thing on the opposite side, 3.5. That'll be here. What you do is you fold this at the 3.5 mark. What makes it easier to do is if you put a mark on the top also, if you do not have one of those score thingamajiggers. If you have one of those scoring things, whoop, you're going to have it done. If you do not have that, then go ahead and put the same measurements on the top. 3.5, 3.5, and then fold. Okay? Just like this right here. Fold. Then after you've done that, the easiest way to do the next part, instead of measuring, go over at least, what's that? Eighth of an inch. Let's do it here so it can be a little more obvious. About an eighth right there.
Yeah, there we go.
Okay. Based on that mark, go ahead and do the eighth here and the same up here. And that's where you're going to do your fold this way. You're going to get what you have left over, fold it over to meet that mark. The reason we're leaving a little bit of a gap there is so that when we fold, it won't buckle. That's the only reason. So leave that little gap right there and fold.
Perfect.
Same over here. We're going to have a little bit, about 1/8 of an inch either side from that 3.5. Get what you have left over, bring it over to that mark that you've made, and go ahead and fold that down. And then try to make it a little crisp, whatever you got, whatever tool you have. There on both sides. So then what you have is this section that folds like that. And if you don't leave that little gap, it's going to be hard to fold, especially once we put stuff in it. So make sure, the only mistake you can make in making this whole thing is if you do not leave that gap. You will have problems. So I can't overemphasize leaving that gap. Now if you decide to go ahead and use these little clips that we've included and put some papers in here, what you need to do now is to punch these holes next, because that will allow you to see if you're going to decorate on these, where you're going to decorate, what you're going to do. So all I did, let's do it on the sample one. All I did was first fold these up. When you get them, they're going to be probably straight like this. So there's a natural bend there. Go ahead and fold those up to look like that. Let me do this upside down only because it'll be closer to me. So line this up. About like that. Center it as much as you can between these two folds. do this after you fold it so that you can tell where the center is. See where this goes in a little bit, a little indentation? Where it's sitting on the paper, put the mark there. Right there. Right there. Now this will be the center of your hole. This will go through the hole. So try to visualize even before you punch your hole that that's how it's going to be. And let's see if it works. And if it doesn't, take 2.
Right.
Ta-da!
Perfect.
So if the first one you make works good, then we get to cheat. Because all you have to do is fold your paper, your folder, go like that, go like that.
Oh, I like cheating.
Perfect, it's done.
I like cheating.
Make the second set of holes and we are ready to go. All right,
Love it.
so we're ready to put those in.
Yep. I
Next.
haven't punched my holes yet, so I'm going to punch my
Okay,
holes.
so you put those in. Let me get my clean one. And that goes there. Okay, so that we don't get confused on what we're talking about on each page here, this is the natural fold as the folder comes. So let's mark these sections, give them numbers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so that we know what we're talking about at the same time. So 1 and 6 are your folds, and number 4 is where we are going to glue this down onto our book cover. Okay? So this is going to be glued down right there. So if you're going to do any kind of decorating, obviously you do not have to decorate the back of this one, but you can do whatever you want on these other ones. Now on the sample journal, what I've done is I've used the outside folds to create these pockets right here. You don't have to do that. It could just be open and you can do other things. But we'll show you how to do that. And that way you have options to work with. Okay. So what I did with that one, if you measure 3 inches from the bottom up, that's where I started cutting this slant on this folder at the 3-inch mark. Again, you can do it any size you want. You can go straight, or you can leave it like this, and you could tuck things in this way as opposed to tucking things in this way. It's totally up to your aesthetic, what you like to do. Again, but we will be showing you this just in case that's what you like. All right. So, what I did with this one, I kind of really just did it freehand, and then and this is what I'll show you exactly what I did. And then you decide what you like to do.
And then you do it the right way.
Yeah, and you do it whatever way you think works for you. I literally, this is what I did.
I see, and I wondered how you got yours so straight and nice.
I did that. And I said, I like that. So then I just...
You did that?
So then I just folded it. And I said, well, if I like that on that side, dadgummit, I'm gonna like it on the other side.
Yeah.
so that's what I did.
That works.
And then I went and just did zigzag. And to tell you the truth, once you put the zigzag, once you put a little bit, what I did, I distressed it, everything hides. No matter how crooked it is, you don't see that anymore. You're looking at the stitch, you're looking at the distress, you're looking at the decorating of it, and all the flaws are covered up. So, I'm sure all you ladies can do that. So I'll do it one more time on mine here. Or maybe I should do this one different.
Maybe you should. Maybe you should mix it up.
Yeah. So you're gonna do,
I'm doing the slant.
you're doing that one, okay. All right, so I'm gonna do some, just to be contrary, I will do something different so they have two options.
I think that's a great idea.
Hello. Okay, that's what we'll do. Okay, so let me go ahead and put these punches here on my second batch. So that's all set to go. I have to worry about that. We really got this planned, don't we?
Are you seeing how we roll?
Oh, see, I've even lost my pieces parts. Okay, here it is. Okay. But I do want to use
I'm up to
these.
speed.
But I do want to use these like Shannon's going to use them. So,
I like those. That's
Yeah.
great.
so this section right here. Oh, let's see the exact size of this right here. This is, if I do something 2.5, it'll be perfect because this is 2 and what? Yeah,
Yeah.
not 3, not 2.5.
Yeah, that
It's like
line.
2 3/4 basically. Okay, so if I make something that is okay. Okay, this is what I'm gonna do.
What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna put a few things here,
Mhm.
but then with some of your paper and some of that other paper, wherever it went.
This one?
Mm-hmm. With some of that, I am going to make like a mini journal and put it so that you can, if you're a if you're a journaler, it'll be perfect.
I love that.
And that will go in there. Nice and cozy. Da-da-da-da.
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 Perfect.
I think so. I like it. Alright.
Yep.
So that's what I'm going to do. Then we'll just do it and fast forward everything, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah!
Okay, and I am going to do something. I know I want my, these two things right here in the deal, and I think I just want a nice stack of papers, different papers in there. Definitely gonna use this. It's got the naked top and the lines on the bottom. And then when you fold it in half like this, see, they're just about the right size. So I think I'm just gonna cut several to fit in there. And that is as far as I've gotten. So I'll start there.
So I think this has 3 sheets. And then I'm going to stick it in here. And I don't think I want any more than that. It's going to get too thick. Yeah. So I'll make another one just like it. And all I've done is I've used one of Shannon's papers that she's copy dyed. And then I used the top and the bottom of the humongous one. And just cut it to fit the measurement in there. And I will make another one.
Okay, I took my 1 sheet of penmanship paper and folded it in half long ways first, and then just tore it, and then folded it this way, the same size as these guest checks. So I ended up with 10 sheets of paper out of that one, and then just 2 little tiny scraps. So I don't know what the plan is for these, but I've got them. I guess I can just stack them in here.
Yeah. Okay, so I have my little mini journals that I put in here on the side. And I made them both. Only 3 pages, folded in half, and folded inward. And I think that will,
Love it.
I think that will add some versatility.
Yes.
Okay, so that's that. Now I gotta figure out what I'm putting in here. And for sure I want to use these. And what else? I'm gonna go on the hunt.
Okay. Did you find goodies?
I found goodies, but I'm not sure what I'm doing with them. I went blank for in here. But the fact that mine is taking the form a little bit more like a little journal, because I do have these areas to journal. I think here what I'm going to do in this little section, I'm going to put little things more like little supplies to use in your journal.
Oh, that's a good
So I
idea.
think I'll use these to put in here so that you can take them out and use them in your journal.
Aren't you
Little
clever?
pieces.
Clever.
So that's
I'm having some folding issues because I just tore my edges, so I'm going to trim them. Lesson to you.
Oh, I got another flash.
You're getting all kinds of flashes, and I'm just over here blank.
Instead of messing these up by punching holes in them, I am going to go find a little something, like a little bag or something that fits in here, or plastic or something. Stick that holder and stick those in there. So I am on the hunt again.
I like that idea.
I'm on the hunt again. I need this to
Now
figure
we're
out.
told that's better.
No, I just need this for size.
Okay, I like this. We've got papers to journal on, to doodle on, to glue stuff to, whatever we want. We've got our guest checks, which are fun. And now what? I'm feeling like I want my backs to have something on them. I don't need anything here because this is going to fold over, and I don't need anything at the bottom here. Top is good. These I can decorate and this, but not that. So I'm gonna go on the hunt. Okay, in my wanderings, I found this old booklet. It's a train schedule from the 1930s or 40s, and it had this nice big sheet in it, which is just about the size of my thing here. So I'm just thinking, I might just glue that little puppy down and cover my surfaces here, and then go from there. See what happens. I've been using these same 6 Colorbox chalk ink pads: Wisteria, Pink Pastel, Yellow Ochre, Tangerine, and Olive Pastel. And I think I'm just going to use those to add a little color here and there. And the pads are good and juicy because I have the re-inkers. So I'm just going to pretend they're paint. And just paint. You know, why not, right? Okay.
Wow, what are you up to?
I don't know.
Well, I learned 2 very important things.
What'd you learn?
First, when you are dealing with something that is clear
Uh-huh.
and you sit it down, remember where you put it, because you can spend a half hour looking for it.
You see me laughing? I already learned that lesson once.
Second, when you decide you're going to sew said clear thing,
Yeah.
and you're just whipping along having a good time, and then you pull it out and you go, wow, where did I get that invisible thread? Make sure your bobbin has some thread. So
That was just a big old learning experience in there for you.
yeah, I'm just having a great old time getting all confused. Like, where'd it go? Where'd it go? Where'd it go?
Oh, that's funny.
Then I'm done. Uh-oh, where's the thread? I lost the thread. Okay, I don't know if this is going to work. But this is, I don't know what this is. I think somebody sent me this, and I guess it's like inserts or pockets or something that you do something with. I don't really know. I'd never seen these before. But they're
I don't
kind of
know what
cool.
it is. It really is.
It's kind of cool. And
Yeah.
so, what I did is, he's got little punches in it. It goes in some kind of
It had a purpose.
It had a purpose.
It had a purpose.
So I got one of these and I cut it in, well, in half this way, then half here, which left me 2 pieces. And so it's got a little flap. And I sewed up the side. I found my thread. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the little puppies right there
Oh.
to hold my little supplies. My little journaling experiences.
Excellent. I
Okay.
love that.
So now I already have the pattern for the hole there. So I will transpose it and hope that I didn't make these too narrow, which I just think I did. Exit stage right.
So you learned 3 things.
Okay. So there's always a way to make things work.
There is.
You know that.
Yep.
All right. So
See, I'm not worried about it at all. It's gonna work.
well, it's not your problem. That's why you're not worried.
Yeah, this is not bothering me one bit.
Oh dear. Do you have the whole pincher thing in the
I
jigger?
do.
Okay. Thank you.
Mhm.
So I have to go as close to the edge, as close to the top, with something that's invisible and see-through.
Good luck with that.
Oh gosh. Okay, if this works, I don't know. I deserve something. I'm not sure what.
You deserve something.
Okay. Okay, everybody hold your breath. Oh my goodness, it worked!
It worked! Look at you go! See, I wouldn't worry. Honey.
Okay. But now you put shame on me. Mine's all bare. I gotta put something in the back.
I put shame on you. You're over there constructing out of plastic and making journals.
With no thread. I'm good.
Ooh, look at you go.
I could do all that with no thread. Okay. All right. Now I gotta put these somewhere where they don't disappear. Because I can't see
Because
them.
they're going to. I really like painting with this chalk ink.
That's pretty cool.
I might just keep going.
Well, I'll have to do something quick on mine. So I will just probably put either tissue or napkin or
Yeah.
something that's quick. Although I kind of like the leftover of this paper that I used to dry my,
Oh, that did turn out cool.
but most of it's going to be covered. So. All right, so let me get these out of here. Alrighty. Okay.
I'm on the hunt again.
There you go. Good luck. So now you know, grab a brush and paint with your ink pads, right? Maybe everyone's already doing that and it just never occurred to me. And this is kind of a stiff brush, you know, one of those bristly ones. And you're just really making me happy. Oh, I guess I'm going to be painting back here too, because I've got stuff all over it. Okay. Yeah, we'll just keep going.
Alrighty, so I've decided to do my inside with just some napkins, so it will be nice and quick. Famous last words.
Here's hoping. Okay, this is dark moss, and I'm going to use it with this stamp. And just see what happens. because there's always gesso, right? Right. It is like the whiteout of the art world. Okay.
Okay, one side's done. Ta-da!
Knock that sucker out.
Alrighty. Ta-da!
Oh, look, gorgeous.
Ta-da!
Gorgeous.
Now we just cover it all up with all the other
Oh,
stuff.
yep.
But we know we have something pretty behind.
That is right. Well, Rosemary didn't have very good luck with this stamp, and I may not either. But you know what? I'm just going to go for it. I'm going to lay this down. And I'm going to press like I know what I'm doing. Oh! Well, that turned out better than I thought. I use these on the cover, so I'm going to use them on the flap. So it'll be like, you know, cohesive.
So now that I've covered up all my holes, fortunately you can see, oh see, I can see,
Oh,
I'm kind of,
because, you know, this was so well planned.
alright, so this is the one that's going to get glued down. And I cut these down to fit. They fit earlier, they better fit still. Yes, they do. I'm so excited. Alrighty. Now we can put our some little supplies in there. If they fit. I have to make a little snip. A little plastic surgery.
Ah, get it.
That's why I said it slow.
So that I would get it.
Now it fits. Oh, how cute is that? I'm gonna have to trim these up. I have to trim some bird tail.
And I just used that same stamp I used on the tags and same ink pad and just went all over this flap right here because I'm bored with the painting with the others. Done with that.
Now I just have to figure out how I'm going to insert the little journals. Just keep it simple, simple. I think all I'm going to do is, because it's not thick, I'm just going to put 2 holes and put it in through here.
I think that would work great.
Keep it simple.
Yes, I do.
So I just put one little stitch through. Like I said, it's so light. And I didn't measure it. I just went up, went down. Like I say, because it is such a thin signature.
I'm just going to use some, I never can spit this
What? Score?
out. Score tape. Score tape. for my little flaps.
And so when you fold this up, this one's going to be glued down, so you won't see this, but you're going to see this one exposed. So there's different ways you can cover it up. You can cover it up with paper, or you can cover it up with fabric if you're working with fabric. Of course, you know what my choice is.
I know your choice.
So I'm going to put a little piece of something right there. Alrighty, so I have finished mine. I chose to create a little pouches for supplies, which I put there. And then I didn't put the little file folder fold thingamajigger. And I just created a few little places to write or draw or journal, whatever, glue, whatever.
I love it.
So that is mine. And tissue paper. No, napkins.
Napkins. And mine, I did like Rosemary's original design. I did some stamping and painted with ink pads. And I have little pockets with supplies because I totally copied. Totally copied, just completely. And put stuff in there. I'm scrambling for the little scraps that are left. And then papers in here for journaling or drawing or gluing. And that is that.
Yay!